Some friends of ours in Israel are coming to the United States. In fact, they live on the hills of Samaria with a ministry, and they are coming to the United States for a conference that they are hosting on May the 20th in Nashville. And this is another opportunity for you to participate in a tangible way to show your support for Israel as they fight against those who want to destroy them. Here to share more about this opportunity is the president and founder of HaYovel, Tommy Waller. Tommy, welcome to Washington Watch. Good to see you.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Appreciate you having me on. What a privilege.
Absolutely. I would actually rather be over there with you in your area, because I've been there before. Beautiful there in the hills of Samaria. Tell us about the Israel Summit and why this event is so important.
You know, we've been working here this month 20 years, and we talked about this earlier, that the issue surrounding Israel is very complex. There's a conflict, and most Christians don't really understand the conflict. When they come here, they go to places, they get off a bus and walk where Jesus walked. But 2,000 years later, there's still a conflict over this land, and we have been engaged in it. We didn't come here intending to get engaged in a political conflict, but as farmers from Tennessee, we begin to help farmers here in Judea and Samaria to plant vineyards and to plant olive groves and different things, and got involved in actually loving these people, appreciating their zeal and their zealousness to come back to the land. To actually, right now, Tony, I'm in the place where Abraham left his father's house and came here and heard a commandment, a covenant that was spoken by God right here. So this is the land I'm going to give your descendants, and we're still today fighting over that particular covenant.
Genesis chapter 12, those who bless you will be blessed. Yes. I mean, that's right there in Shechem. You're right there in that area. So you actually, I want to get to the conference, but you bring folks over to Israel, to Samaria, which is called the West Bank, which is about 80%, 70, 80% of all the Bible stories we read about, the accounts in Scripture, happened right where you're at. You bring them over there to help work the vineyards and the fields.
We do, and actually, that's what the prophet said. If you look at the Scriptures, most all the time, almost every time in the account, when it talks about the Jews returning, Israel returning to the land, it mentions right after that they'll plant vineyards, specifically in the mountains of Israel. And when I saw those vineyards here, I asked the vineyard owners, "Hey, can I help?" And so we've been helping them. We bring people from all over the world now. I think over 30 nations have been involved. Thousands upon thousands of volunteers have come over here, really to put feet to their faith. That's what we're doing.
I've actually planted some vines there on the hills. Yeah. In fact, award-winning wine has been produced from the grapes there, which the BDS movement has blocked. I mean, you talk about the politics. The politics are constantly attacking this area, and this is the area that the Biden administration and others want to give up in the two-state solution.
Again, unfortunately, there's a misunderstanding, a lack of understanding on this issue, what really brings peace. And I think Tony and I and all your listeners understand peace is actually going to come in the way God ordained and God said it would come. And that is the Jews returning to this land and establishing it. And we are seeing very sincere Jewish people returning back, rebuilding the ruined places, planting the vineyards. And to me, this is the course of peace, the biblical way.
Very quickly, Tommy, almost out of time, got about 40 seconds. The conference, May the 20th, who's going to be there? How can people find out more?
Yeah, we have a lot of people. What we've honed in on is just the people that most of these people live here in Judea and Samaria. People that advocate, people that you may be familiar with, Carolyn Glick, MK Ohad Tall, These are people that have been giving and advocating for and over this conflict, giving understanding to the people of the world concerning this conflict and why it's the best way. Why is it that why it is the way? We're also going to be showing the world premiere of Ambassador Friedman's new film that's coming out called One Jewish State.
Oh,
it's
wow.
going to be shown at the event for the first time. These are things that I think are world changing, and these are going to change the way every leader, every Christian leader, every pastor, I believe, needs to be part of what we're doing in Nashville. It's in the buckle of the Bible Belt, and I pray you're able to join us.
All right, Tommy, great to see you. Maybe we'll see you in Nashville.